I am pleased again to be joining you from your Delaware State University, and I'm proud to introduce a very special session we have today for our seniors and virtual commencement. So before I get started, I do want to make some opening comments. As always, I hope you all are staying safe and well, and I hope you're doing that in good spirits and with Delaware State University on your mind. A couple of things. As you know, we launched the COVID Student Emergency Relief Fund 10 days ago, and we have already raised $250,000 for that fund. So students, if you have needs, please make application to that fund. It's important, it matters, and we are making sure that we are looking at those applications and making the appropriate awards. Already, we have awarded 216 students. Now, I should say that there are a lot more students we know that are in need, and there's a lot more fundraising we have to do. So if you are listening, I encourage you to make application right away. I also want to thank a couple of people who've contributed to the fund. First, the Delaware State University Alumni Association. Alumni, I could not be more proud of your efforts in supporting this work and supporting our students. I can't tell you how many of you I have talked to and have been pleased with your continuing support, your thoughtful questions, and your open arms for helping. And this is a big, big effort. Another great funder has been the Laffey McHugh Foundation, which is a local foundation in Delaware that actually gave Delaware State University $100,000 for this emergency relief fund. I am so proud of all those folks at the Laffey McHugh Foundation. The Links of Wilmington, president is Dr. Joan Coker. Dr. Joan Coker called me immediately when she heard the need, and the Links gave $10,000 to the effort. But most of all, I am so pleased about the number of small individual contributions that have made this fund extraordinarily strong. Now, to be clear, our goal is to raise $1 million. So we have a lot and a long way to go, but I know we will get there. And if you are interested in the types of support, there is one student in particular I want to call out, Kennedy Graham, who's a rising junior, who has faced significant loss in this period. Kennedy lost both of her grandparents to COVID-19 during this crisis, and she has been charged with responsibility of making sure that they have the appropriate funeral arrangements and can rest in peace. Delaware State was able, individuals, the emergency fund, the Alumni Association was able to help Kennedy do that. So Kennedy, we're thinking about you and praying for you, and so proud of you and glad to be able to offer our enduring support. I also want to take a little bit of time to continue to encourage our students and faculty as you navigate this particular semester. We know that it is not easy. We recognize that it is not easy. And I'm hoping that you all, faculty and students, are taking the opportunity to interact with each other more than by email. Really pick up the phone, ask questions, video teleconference to make sure that you have what you need in order to be successful. It's important to me that every student go through this semester successfully and return to Hornet Nation with great pride and faith in this wonderful institution of ours. So let me get to it today. Right now we have some special guests, and I have to start with our most special guest, senior Sayer Waller, who is a graduating senior and will spend some time talking to us about her perspective around the virtual commencement. So Sayer, we're grateful to have you with us today and look forward to hearing from you. Brenda Farmer, who is the queen of events and ceremonies at Delaware State University. Brenda has done many graduation ceremonies and events at Delaware State University and always does it with style and grace. So Brenda, thank you for being here. Terrell Holmes, our registrar, the man who sits by the door. So the way to get to graduation is to go to Dr. Terrell Holmes, who I know is ready to serve you, is doing an incredible job and has been doing that for many, many years now. Joanne from the bookstore, one of my favorite people at the university. She'll talk to you a little bit about caps and gowns and all the requirements relative to getting all of those things in preparation for graduation. Dr. Irene Hawkins, who is our Chief Administrative Officer and is working with the team to make sure that this virtual commencement is special. And I see that Fran Edwards, Dean Dr. Fran Edwards of the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, who is really working with Brenda and Irene to make sure that virtual commencement is special. Now, I want to remind the seniors, virtual commencement is one option for you, and we hope you take advantage of that option. But I will also be announcing a fall commencement for the spring 2020 class that will be in person. I'll do that before July 1st, but we do want to take the opportunity to celebrate you on Saturday, May 16th. It's important that we do this, that we recognize your sacrifice, the sacrifice of your parents and loved ones in making sure that you have reached this moment. That's what being at Delaware State University is all about. So without further ado, I am happy and privileged to turn it over to the team, and we'll first start with Dr. Irene Hawkins. Irene?
Thank you, Dr. Allen, and good morning to everybody. And thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this forum for the commencement for our seniors. I'd like to start off by saying this. This is a time when our country is in turmoil, of course, with this pandemic crisis, but we are also so very, very pleased with the fact that we are able to move on with celebrating our seniors, move on with our juniors and our sophomores and our freshmen, and getting them the online classes that they need, that our faculty has worked diligently, that our staff and our support staff has worked equally as hard. Our administrators are online and on call and even here sometimes around the clock. So we're really thankful for that. And just know one thing, we will get through this pandemic on the other side. So first of all, let me just say this, just to echo what Dr. Allen has just said. It takes a team to execute this first virtual commencement at Delaware State University. And the team that he just outlined has worked diligently. They are some extraordinary people who have made it very, very clear that we are doing this for our seniors who have worked hard to get to this finish line. When you are, some years from now, when you are with your spouses and your children, your family, you will say that, you know, we lived through a pandemic and we got through it. But my alma mater took the steps to make my special day, and it is a special day. Let me make that very clear. I know it's a special day for you. It's not the traditional walking across the stage. It's not putting the little things on your hat, the little sayings on your hat, and the ladies walking across with the wedges that Miss Farmer usually has pictures taken of. But this is a day to really celebrate the work that you have put in here at Delaware State University. So we are so very proud of you, as Dr. Allen had reiterated, and we just want you to know that this is going to be a very special commencement. Number one, because it is our first virtual, and because this team is committed to making sure this is something that you will remember years to come. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our Executive Director for Conferences and Events, Ms. Brenda Farmer, who will speak to you about commencement information and awards. And as Dr. Allen said, at some point we will be taking questions from you. So Brenda, let me turn it over to you.
Ms. Farmer, we need
Take your phone off of
you.
you have to unmute it.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you
Yes.
great. Yep.
Good morning to everybody. Congratulations to all. I have great news. Your cap, your gown, your cords, if you have honors, and your tube-style degree holder are being packaged and mailed to you as we speak. You should receive them in about a week or so. Inside of your degree holder is a gift for you. That gift is a lapel pin bearing the university's seal. Also inside of that tube-style degree holder is a information sheet, and that information sheet contains items like your diploma information, giving back to the university information, and alumni info. And I have one of those tube-style degree holders with me here. So this is what you'll receive in the mail. This also has the university seal on it, and your gift will be inside. If you have not, and again, if you have not ordered your cap and gown, please do so. Please respond to the email that was sent to you from the registrar just last night, Dr. Terrell Holmes, our registrar. This email is requesting your full name, D100 number, your mailing address, and your height and your weight. Again, if you have not ordered your cap and gown, please do so and respond to that email right away. Last week, you should have received an email from the Marketing and Communications Department. That email has a link requesting information and your photo. So as soon as your FedEx package arrives with your cap and gown and everything in it, please put on your regalia, please students, and take a photo of yourself and upload that on that link on that site. Again, that email is from our Marketing and Communications Department. Each student will have their very own slide as your name is called at our virtual commencement. Okay, so we're using that photograph that you send us. That's why it's important that you send it to us so we can get your slide together, and it will be absolutely awesome, I'm sure. Also at the virtual commencement, you will hear from the chair of our university's Board of Trustees, our president, Yuki Washington, who's our keynote speaker. We have student representatives and more. And then after the virtual ceremony is over, we will have a virtual after party, okay? And that is where you can upload your photos of your celebration moments after the commencement is over. You will hear more about that information from others at the end of this program today. You will also receive under separate cover 2 printed programs of your commencement ceremony. You will receive 2 of these in the mail. Also, I wanted to speak briefly just about the awards. There are 2 awards being presented at commencement. One is the Presidential Academic Achievement Awards. Those are your students who receive a perfect 4.0 grade point average, and you'll hear more about that later. We have beautiful awards for those students, and I'm sure we can't wait to see them as the president presents those students with those awards. Also, thank you students for all of the students who submitted applications for the Presidential Leadership Award. You all are leaders, and that award will be announced on camera on commencement day, the winner of that award. That also is a very beautiful award. Again, we are proud of all of the students who submitted their applications for the Presidential Leadership Award. Again, congratulations to everyone. I look forward to your questions that you may have at the end of this forum. And again, I'd like to give a special shout out to all the single parents out there who brought their students from new student orientation all the way to commencement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brenda, for that overview. And what we want to do right now is to have Dr. Terrell Holmes to really talk to all of you with regards to the requirements for your degrees and your cords. So without further ado, Dr. Holmes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm excited to speak with you today as it relates to the spring 2020 virtual commencement. First, I'd like to just say congratulations to you. I'm excited for you. Thank you for allowing us to serve you here in the records office as it relates to your degree. Many of you have done it in 4 years or less, and we are tremendously excited and happy for you. We'll be celebrating with you virtually. We have a very talented class this year, and we want to make sure that we shout you guys out. We have approximately 693 total students that have applied for graduation, almost 700. I've been here 15 years, and we've not seen a number quite like that. 693 total graduates. Out of those 693 total graduates, 230 of you are receiving some sort of academic honor, which is amazing. You guys have done very well. You performed very well. You are academically talented, and we could not be more proud of the work that you guys are doing. So we want to talk to you about a couple of things as we prepare for commencement. Again, all of this will be listed on the website for you to be able to view and have access to. So if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to view the website, as well as to email myself or our registrar at desu.edu. So we'll go through these pretty quickly. Latin honors, students that have received some version of honors at the university, it is based on your current GPA, okay? Honors are calculated based on your GPA right now, so probably the last time your GPA was affected was fall 2019. They will be recalculated at the end of the spring semester, but we have to calculate your honors now. So your GPA, the way it currently stands, that is what your honors are calculated, that they give basis on your honors calculation. Summa cum laude, so Latin honors in general are for students that have completed at least 90 Delaware State University credit hours. Those are students, again, that have completed most of their requirements at Delaware State. Summa cum laude, 3.75 and above. Magna cum laude, 3.50 to 3.74. And cum laude, 3.25 to 3.49 as a cumulative GPA. Honorable mention are transfer students that have completed at least 60 Delaware State University hours and a 3.5 or above GPA. Graduate students, we are so proud of you. We are excited about your GPAs as well, but graduate students are not eligible for honors. Honors cords, if you were eligible for honors cord and you pre-ordered your regalia, all those things have been pre-packaged, and again, they will be mailed to you together. We spoke about academic honors are based on your GPA as it stands right now. They will be recalculated, and your transcript will be updated accordingly based on your end of spring GPA. Participation in commencement. Every student that has applied to graduate will be included in the ceremony, all 693 of you. The only one that will not are students that have specifically given us an email, says something to their chairperson that they are not graduating, that they will not be participating. Everyone else will be included in the virtual commencement. In order for you to receive your diploma and your final transcript, you must satisfy all outstanding financial obligations to the university. 2, complete your graduate survey. 3, complete your exit interview with financial aid. 4, complete all academic requirements for your degree program. And 5, and most importantly, we have to have an official application and an audit for you in our office. We've been sending emails. If you have not received any emails from the registrar's office or from marketing, that may mean that we have not received your application and audit. We need you to talk with your chairperson to get that application and audit to us immediately so we can be sure that you're included in the virtual commencement. Commencement lineup. So we're lining you up virtually. So just as a reminder, your commencement lineup is as such. Undergraduates, you are lined up by your college. So it's by college, by degree, then by last name. So I need to make sure that you understand that, because some folks may get a little nervous when they pass the B's and you haven't heard your name. It's by college, by degree, then by last name. Graduate students, you are lined up by degree, with doctorate students leading you. Official transcript requests. All students are entitled to 5 free official transcripts during your matriculation at Delaware State University. Many of you will need transcripts for graduate school. You will need transcripts for job opportunities. You'll need transcripts for all sort of things. We want to encourage you, if you have not exhausted and used all 5 free of those transcripts, please email us at theregistrar@dsu.edu after your degree and your final grades have been posted. After your degree and final grades have been posted, email us, give us the complete address, your name, your full name, your ID number, and the number of copies you would like sent, and the address that you'd like them sent to. We can make that happen for you as long as that's completed by July 1. We can get those official transcripts out so that you can continue, whether it be other educational opportunities, job opportunities, so forth and so on. Diploma distribution. If you've completed all your requirements and you met all financial obligations, and you've completed your exit interview, and you've completed your graduate survey, and we have an application audit for you, your diploma and your complimentary transcript will be sent out to you no later than June 1. Okay, so final grades will be submitted towards the middle of May. Clearance will happen with your chairperson and your deans virtually. We will be sure to award everyone that needs to be awarded, do our checks and balances on our side, and by June 1, all diplomas and complimentary transcripts will be in the mail on their way to you. If there are any questions, any other questions related to commencement, related to your academic studies, related to the process that we complete in the Office of Records and Registration, please feel free to email myself at tholmes, THOLMES, @desu.edu. Again, my email address is tholmes, THOLMES, @desu.edu, or you can email us at registrar@desu.edu for, again, questions and concerns concerning commencement. Again, congratulations. Extremely proud of you guys. It is always an honor to serve you, to confer your degrees, and I look forward to the opportunity to mail you out your official credentials and seeing your smiling faces. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Holmes. That was a lot of information, and I hope students that you have listened to Dr. Holmes. I know that it's a lot to take in, and those questions that you do have, you can definitely email him, as he said, but you also, at the end of this session, you can ask whatever questions that you have for him moving forward. So with that, we're going to now hear from the lady that dresses us for commencement. And every year that I've been here, a part of the team, she has definitely dressed us. So without further ado, we're going to speak to Miss Joanne Holmes, or we're going to have her speak to us. Ms. Holmes?
Hi, Dr. Holmes. Thanks for having me. And I have to say, this is my first in-person university presidential forum, and I'm so pleased to be here. Thanks very much. On behalf of the bookstore team, we send our congratulations to the students and the families. It is a big day. It will be virtual. This is different from us because usually we're in person. Helping the students graduate, as well as the platform party. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to share with you what your regalia looks like, how it's put on and just a few tips for hood placement. So we do have our favorite mannequin here, and we've dressed her. We've dressed her in a gown. The regalia package just consists of your gown, your hood, your cap, and your tassel. So that's what regalia is. So if you hear regalia, that just means it's all of the components that make up what you're wearing for commencement day and for pictures. So we have the gown on, and now we're going to put any stole. Here's a stole. We're going to put the stole on, and then you're going to put your cords on, which would go next. So now you have cords with a stole. Excuse my back. And now after all of your stoles and your cords are on, now the hood goes on. And this seems to be what kind of trips folks up, but pretty simple. So in the front is a V, which happens to have a black loop. So this actually goes in the front, and your program degree, the velvet, is flat to the neck. So this loop was originally designed for men's dress shirts. And so now we have, of course, men and women graduating. So now we have a loop. What do we do with it? For the men, it's easy. They're just going to loop this black loop onto a dress button on their shirt. But for women, it becomes a little bit more, oh my gosh, what do I do? So we're going to take that loop and we're going to take a safety pin. And we're going to put the pin in the loop. And then we're going to open the gown, and on the facing of the zipper, we are just going to fasten that with the safety pin and then zip up, and it's away from the neck so that you don't feel like you are being choked for your pictures as well as on virtual commencement day. Then you're going to take your cap with your mortar board, and inside it'll say front. It doesn't say back, it just says front. You're going to put the front, of course, in the front with the point facing front, and you're going to put that on flat, not in the back, not like we're wearing a beret, a back beret. And then your tassel is going to be on the right-hand side. Your tassels are on the right for bachelor's and master's. For doctoral candidates, your tassels are on your left. And voila, we have regalia. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. If you have any questions regarding what I received in the package, please feel free to email me at jholmes@desu.edu. And that's basically regalia in a nutshell.
Thank you, Ms. Holmes. We appreciate you showing all of us how to get ready for graduation. That's exciting. It really is. So next on our agenda, we would like to have you listen to Dr. Francine Edwards, who is the dean of and I'm sure I'm getting this college wrong. So I'm going to let her tell you what college she's from. But she definitely has a part of mass comm in her area also. And with that, she has shown us how to have a virtual commencement. So I am going to turn this over to her. It's quite exciting to see. It's quite exciting to hear her go through it and to see her build it along with her team. So Dr. Edwards, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to first echo what Dr. Hawkins said. I'm humbled to have been asked to be a part of the virtual commencement team, and so appreciative of those who are working alongside me. That includes Marty Denson and Zach Kimball. And We have looked at some other models, and we have decided that we have the capacity to do the pre-production work here on campus, but the virtual commencement cannot happen without the students' input. And so some of you may have received emails from faculty, staff, or even myself asking you to submit some additional information for a senior spotlight. So we're working on those. And I think it's really exciting that students are being nominated. But as I edit those and put those together, students are also singing the praises of our faculty and staff, and they're sharing some great things. I think that's going to be an exciting thing that we roll out from May 1st to the 16th. This year, instead of walking across the stage, we're going to be editing that portion of commencement as well. And so your name is going to be called, and as Ms. Farmer and Ms. Holmes said, you'll be getting your caps and gowns soon. So what we'd like you to do is put those caps and gowns on the way she demonstrated, take your photo and upload it to that website. I think Dr. Allen, I sent him a video. If you could share the screen and play that video back that I sent. This is just a prototype that Zach Kimball and Marty Denson put together of how it's going to look when they call our graduates.
Dr. Edwards, just give us a minute. We're having technical difficulties.
Okay, I will keep talking over that technical difficulty. So it is imperative that you work with our marketing folks to upload your picture as soon as you get your cap and gown. You have the video, we're ready?
Bob Jones, Carol Johnson, Jane Smith, John Smith.
So that is the prototype of what it's going to look like. And again, I have to give a lot of credit to Zach Kimball, who went through a number of iterations of the background and some other graphic elements for us. But like I said, we need you all to submit your photos. There's going to be some additional information that we need from you all. I would also say that if you get a phone call from a strange number, it's probably a member of the team that's calling you directly, asking you for the pronunciation of your name. It's very important that if you get that call or if you get a voicemail message, that you either record and send it back to that person, or that you call them back immediately so that we can get the correct pronunciation of your name. Some of you have been contacted regarding providing a graduation gratitude message for our team, and some of you have been asked to have parents or family members or other relatives to do that. Again, if you were contacted, please follow the instructions in the email with regard to how you should hold your cell phone. If you're using your cell phone to videotape yourself, there's been a quick tutorial video that has been made that you can share with family if they have been asked to do a video. We're looking to get all of our content in this weekend so that Zach and I can begin the pre-production. What you're actually going to see on graduation is going to look like you've logged on to Netflix or Hulu and you're watching a movie. It's going to be that seamless. It's going to be like you're watching a film. And we've tried to put together some bells and whistles and some other surprises to make it interesting as we go through each part of the commencement. So again, I want to say congratulations to you all. I want to encourage you to email me directly if you have any questions about the content that you have been asked for. My email is F as in Frank, last name Edwards @desu.edu. And again, congratulations. And for those students who have already submitted things, I am so grateful and humbled to read your words and to be able to showcase and highlight you in this way, in this very unique, one-of-a-kind, first-time way. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards. We really appreciate that and the clip that you were able to show our students that they can actually start to envision what their commencement will look like this year. So next on our agenda is a young lady who is a student herself. I had the pleasure to read a little bit about Sayer, and I hope that I'm pronouncing your name right, Sayer Waller. We are very, very proud of your accomplishments here at Delaware State University. And we just want you to give us just some insight as to what you've experienced. Give us some insight as to the virtual commencement. And I know that you've been speaking with the MassCom team with regards to the production of this ceremony, of this recognition. And we'd like to hear your perspective on that. But first and foremost, congratulations on your success. Job well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sayer, as she said before. I just wanted to start off by saying how excited and thankful that I am to be part of the first ever class to have a virtual commencement. I can't lie though, when I first found out that commencement had been canceled, I was nervous and disappointed, but I'm so fortunate that we live in a day and age where we can all still come together virtually to celebrate this momentous occasion. I want to encourage my fellow senior classmates to stay the course and continue to be involved in your classes because we are almost at that finish line. And I know it's been a long road, but we will be able to celebrate in just a short period of time. While it's bittersweet that I am leaving, I can say that I have strived to make my mark here on campus and that I will continue to make my mark in everything that I do. My time here at DSU was phenomenal, from the everlasting friendships that I made to the leadership opportunities that I was able to hold in the education department. I can say that DSU has changed me for the better. In addition, I want to thank all DSU faculty and staff for their continued support and for everything they have taught me on this journey. From both inside the classroom to outside the classroom, by coming to observe me at my field placements, the guidance that all the professors have given me will help me become the best culturally competent teacher I can be. As the virtual commencement signals an end to my time here at Delaware State University, it also signals the start to my life after college, which is why I'm glad that I had Delaware State University's guidance to lead me down the right path. Thank you, Dr. Allen, for letting me participate in today's WebEx. I really do appreciate it.
So yeah, we're really, really proud of you and are anxious to make sure that you not only make your mark on campus, that you make your mark on the world, which I know you're going to do. Have you found a job yet?
Yes, so after college, I have received an offer. I will be teaching in the Appoquinimink School District as a science teacher.
Fantastic, fantastic. And what grades?
I'm not sure about the grades, but it can be between 6th to 8th grade, so I'm very excited.
Well, we're very excited for you and thank you for all you've done. I should say that Sayer is just one example of the quality of all of you who are listening today. And while you all oftentimes say that we've had an impact on you, know that each of you has had an impact on us, made us stronger, better, and more committed to your success. The only thing I say to you, Sayer, to whom much is given, much is required. So make sure that you reach back and bring many, many others along. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we're going to go right to the questions. I know the time is running short, but what I hope you've heard is that the team is working aggressively. What you didn't hear, there will be special surprises during the virtual commencement. And they are surprises, so we are not telling you what they are, but know that they are coming and they will be exciting as well. So Daryl, let's go to the phones and see if we have any questions from our seniors.
Well, one of the first questions that I have here in the chat is for those who are graduating, is it too late to pay the graduation fees? And I think Dr. Holmes may have addressed that earlier. Would you like to say something else, Dr. Holmes?
So it's never too late to pay the fees. It's important, you know, the graduation and the ceremony, all those things are important. But the most important piece, and I don't want you to lose this or miss this, is your diploma and that transcript. You want to have access to that. You don't want to just say, well, I was part of the first virtual commencement, but you want the diploma, you want the transcript that says you're an official graduate of Delaware State University. So please, along with your graduation fee, please pay any other outstanding balances so that I can put your diploma and your official transcript in the mail and list you as one of our alum.
Next question is, could you please repeat what the requirements need to be met before we are able to officially graduate?
Sure. And again, I know I gave a lot of information really quickly. Just be reminded that this will be listed on the website. So you need to check off at least five boxes. You must satisfy all financial obligations to the university. You must complete your graduate survey. You must complete your exit interview. You must complete all academic requirements related to your degree program. And last but not least, we need you to officially apply for graduation if you have not done so already. Again, if you're not receiving emails from marketing or myself, that means we do not have an application or an audit for you.
Okay, it says, I am a parent with a student still on campus. Where will his cap and gown be mailed? And I think we stated that that will be mailed to their home. Is that correct?
Ms. Farmer?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Rest that we have on file.
Okay, and I think that that's it for the questions specific to the graduation ceremony, Dr. Allen.
Any other questions from the group that we should be addressing today, Darrell?
One question I have, and I think we'll take a bunch of these, Dr. Allen, and put them together and respond separately.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you all. I want to say a couple things in the end here. The first is I didn't spend a lot of time on our graduating master's candidates and doctoral candidates. Let me tell you that you are very much a part of this process. We are very excited about how you have finished your degrees as well and will be celebrated in kind. Let me also remind you that it is a virtual ceremony today and an in-person ceremony for a date to be named later for the spring 2020 class in the fall. That is very important that we gave you both options, and we're certainly doing that here. I also want to say a word about summer school. Summer school will be online. It will continue to be online in the same format that we have today. That is important. There will be details coming out about all of those things over the next couple of weeks. Please tune in to this particular forum every Tuesday at 11. We will hold them through the remainder of the semester. They are important to get all of your questions answered and to do that in kind. Then a special word, the president of our Alumni Association, Cliff Burrell, who is a great leader for Hornet Nation, is dealing with some issues in his family who have been impacted by COVID-19. Cliff, I just want to say on behalf of Hornet Nation, we are praying for you and thinking of you like we're praying for so many that have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So I wanted to say on behalf of Hornet Nation, we're thinking about you, my friend, and lifting you and your family up today. I think about everything that we're doing here. Yesterday, we had a very small student forum with the chair of the Board of Trustees, and there were good pieces of feedback that came out of that. I just want to mention a few. The students talked about our communications, and I think what they want to see is us communicate in the channels they're familiar in. So I know students that you know that we have a landing page on the Delaware State University website. You can get all of your information there. I also know that you like the gram. I'm on the gram too. I don't use it as much as I should. Sayer smiling. I don't use it as much as I should, but I will start doing that. I am at Believe, Live, Love. You've heard it. You heard it here. Believe, Live, Love. So you'll hear me communicating more and the Delaware State Instagram page communicating more in bite-sized chunks so you can get your information there. I'll also tell you that we've heard a lot about your interactions with your faculty. As I've said before, the faculty is working very, very hard to make sure that this semester goes as smoothly as possible, given the circumstances. I'll remind you of the pass-fail option. Certainly, we're looking for all of you to get great grades, but if you're having challenges, you do have that option. I also want you to take the opportunity to reach out to your faculty if you're having particular concerns, and I've asked the faculty to do the same. So it's important that we are connecting again more than just by email. We need to reach out and touch each other. So use all of the applications at your disposal, Zoom, WebEx, or pick up the phone. Those things are very, very important as we move forward here. And know, students, that we are continuing to ask for your feedback. The Vice President for Student Affairs and her team, Dr. Stacy Downing, has developed a landing page called DSU at Home. And students, that's particularly for you. I know many of you have already used it, but I would encourage more of you to do the same. There's lots of information there, including an ongoing election of student leaders on campus for next year. And I very much want all of you to be a part of that. This is not an easy moment for us, but it is a moment of consistent learning, and we are going to come out and emerge better than we ever have before. The reason we're going to do that is in large measure because of the students here at Delaware State University. I couldn't be more proud to be the president of this grand institution, and I couldn't be more proud of you. So I'll see you next week, and I'll certainly see you on the gram. Have a good evening.